Good morning. This is Jim McKinnon, CEO with Money Management Inc. First of all, I want to thank my good friend and classmate Tommy Teaster. Tommy lives in Arkansas, Hot Springs Village, Arkansas, and he and I are both part of the best high school class to ever finish Yazoo City. That's our opinion. Class of 1964. And Tommy sent me this article, which I have never thought about, and I'm going to bet you most of you have never thought about some of these things. It's called, Are We Going to Have to Bail Out General Motors Again? And folks, if you can listen to this article, and we'll be glad to give it to you if you want it, I don't know how you can come away with any conclusion. Okay, here's what he's talking about. First of all, some things I didn't know. Toyota is the largest manufacturer of cars in the world. I didn't know that. GM, America's largest car manufacturer, is only about half of Toyota's size, and it's number 4 in the world. Now, Toyota makes about 81% of its cars in the U.S. So, is Toyota a foreign country, a foreign company? Well, I guess technically yes, but if they're making 81% of their cars in the U.S., I don't see that that's very foreign. Now, all of this is to point out that Toyota understands the car market and the infrastructure that supports it perhaps better than any other manufacturer on the planet. It hasn't grown its footprints through acquisitions. It hasn't undergone bankruptcy and bailout. It's grown by building reliable cars for the decade. When Toyota offers an opinion on the car market, it's probably worth listening to. This is what Toyota says. The world is not yet ready to support a fully electrical auto fleet. If we are to make dramatic progress in electrification, it will require this is Toyota speaking again. It will require overcoming tremendous challenges, including refueling, infrastructure, battery availability, consumer acceptance, and affordability. Now, at the same time, Toyota's saying that, General Motors comes out and says it's going to phase out all gas internal combustion engines by 2035. So Toyota's going 100% electric. They're going off a cliff without looking how high the cliff is. I can come to no more of a realization than that. Now, Toyota also noted while manufacturers have announced ambitious goals, just 2% of the world's cars are electric at this point. Again, you got price, you got the range, you got infrastructure, affordability, and other reasons. Buyers continue to choose gas over electric. This is interesting. In 2017, the government study found that we would need about 8,500, get that, 8,500 strategically placed charge stations to support a fleet of about 7 million electric cars. All right, so you need 8,500 charge stations to support 7 million cars. We've actually got almost 300 million. That's 300 million, not 7 million, but 300 million. You do the math. It's mind-boggling. Now, it looks like other manufacturers are going to follow GM's lead, and they're going to stop making gas cars. Here's the thing right here. Simply put, we're going to need a bigger energy boat. Nobody's talked about this, to deal with connecting all these cars to the power grid. You can't just start hooking up 300 million cars to charge them and expect your lights aren't going to go out. Your air conditioner's not going to work in your houses. That's a problem that nobody's addressed. And General Motors hadn't even looked at it. Apparently, they don't understand this. And the question is, why? I mean, we bailed out the idiots one time. Are we going to bail them out again? Probably. Probably, as long as Uncle Joe's in there. I just hope and pray that Uncle Joe's not in there much longer. But even if we get another liberal president, it might do the same thing. I'd say if GM screwed up one time, maybe that's GM's fault. If they screw up twice and we bail them out, hey, that's the taxpayer's fault. And any legislator that votes to bail them out should be kicked out. That's my opinion. The power outages in California and Texas already have problems keeping up with the electric demand, in the hot weather particularly. We will need much more generation capacity to power about 300 million cars. And we're going to be forced to drive electric cars. That's a question mark. It looks like that's the case. We're going to be forced to drive electric cars. Every gas station is going to have to set up roadside facilities to charge your car. Now, right now, you can go into a gas station to get gas, and you can pump somewhere between 3 and 5 gallons a minute into your car. So even if it holds 20 gallons, that's what, 4 minutes. Now, right now, current technology is requiring 30 minutes. So you're going to go into the gas station roughly every 300 miles to charge your car, if you can find a gas station, and it's going to take you 30 minutes. Now, the American people are going to go for that? I don't think so. But that's what we're heading toward. That's what General Motors says is the trend of the future. We're going to quit making gas cars. We are the leaders. Toyota says, hang on a minute. Our record's a whole lot better than yours, GM. We've never been bankrupt. We've never had the American people bail us out. That's not right, GM. But does GM listen? No. Is Uncle Joe going to listen? No, of course not. Half an hour is an unacceptable long time to spend at getting your car pumped up. It's about 5 to 10 times longer than the average time it takes right now. Imagine the lines that would form at the pumps every day if a single charge isn't reduced by 70 to 80%. Now, could it do that? Possibly, but it's costly. It's not free to do that. It's not free to do that. Electrifying the auto fleet would require a massive overhaul of the power grid. This is what nobody's addressed. Your charger at home, the electricity that comes out of your home, will not charge right now. Will not charge an electric car. It needs a totally different, and I don't understand all this garbage, but you wouldn't either, so there's no need for me to tell you. But just trust me, this article said, don't trust me, trust the guy that wrote this, a very smart guy, Toyota. And they're saying that you cannot charge your car at home. The current way the electricity runs at home is not going to be sufficient to do that. Toyota has publicly warned about this twice, while its smaller rival GM is pushing to go electric. I don't get it. Now, the final line. You can ignore the reality, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. Read it to you again. You can ignore reality, which GM and Uncle Joe are doing, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. Folks, it just ain't feasible right now. Not that it can't be in the future. And Toyota does not say that in the future, this is forever, we'll never be able to go totally electric. And Toyota makes electric cars, make 1 or 2 electric cars. They're not saying you can't ever do it. They're saying right now, based upon the issues and the particular power grid, which I hadn't thought about, what if they do fix it so you can charge it at home? What's that going to do to your electric bill? Now, you're going to save $4 or $5 a gallon at the gas pump, but if your electric bill offsets that, what have you saved? Plus, you've got the inconvenience of stopping every 300 or 400 miles, maybe 200 to 400 miles, to get a charge and wait 30 minutes. Folks, this just ain't feasible. And General Motors has bought into it lock, stock, and barrel, as has Uncle Joe. Bail them out? I say no. You say whatever you see fit. Hey, thanks for watching.